94 Rocks, Jay-Z hanging backstage once again at LakesJam up in Brainerd, and I'm hanging out with the guy that's the front man of Saliva, that being Bobby Amaru. And Bobby, it seems like this is like an anniversary for us every year. I think this is the third year in a row you and I have had a chance to talk here in Minnesota. Of course, last couple of years was at Midsummer Music Fest, but here you are today for your first time ever playing LakesJam. How you doing today, by the way?
I'm good, man. I haven't seen a lake yet, but, I'm being curious where the lake is.
Well, I tell you what, it's rained plenty here, so there's a lot of puddles around, and we're hopefully no rain that's going to happen tonight. But let's talk. You and I, the last time we chatted last year, you were just about ready to put out your album, Revolutions. You had just finished up your third song off that album, the preview of it and that. And obviously your first two songs, Crow and High on You, did very well on rock radio. I guess what's been happening since then?
We toured for the record, and after Wayne passing, it kind of sent us into a spiral, but we regrouped and, wanted to honor him and put out the music that we had done. And we'd spent 3 years on that record, and we're going to, think we're going to do a re-release, repackage of it this September. Like the year anniversary, we're going to put some more songs on it. So
very cool. Is there some stuff that you're going to maybe remodify on that at all, or just kind of a re-release?
So we have kind of an idea of, we probably do 3 or 4 new songs added, and then we may actually take one of the songs and do redo it with maybe a feature or something. We're just kind of working through it now. But,
what was it like, I guess? I mean, you and I sat down, we talked about Wayne last year a little bit, but, we didn't get a big chance, I guess, to see really how the fans reacted throughout that last year that you've kind of had to deal with this. How was the fan reaction that you saw each and every time out there?
Everyone has been super supportive. All the shows have been great. We did this tour with Drowning Pool that we did September, October last year, and then we carried it over into this year and did another month-long run in May, and did festivals like the DWP stuff, and all the shows have been great, man. I mean, honestly, I can't complain one bit. Grateful that we're doing it, and just continuing to do so.
I had to go back a little bit, and I was kind of curious because I didn't realize you were a drummer back in the day, and then switched over to a front man. So when did the switch happen, and why did you choose to go from a drummer to a front man?
The opportunity, really. I mean, because I was doing, my own stuff too, and writing, and I had a couple record deals, and then those kind of fizzle, and then I had some other offers and stuff to go do some other things, and I just didn't really want to do them. And then this one was I was approached to do this, and it just seemed like it made sense at the time. So, and
I'm assuming you're glad you did that transition, because here you are today with a legendary band.
Everything happens for a reason. I really believe that. I think the universe is it's God's plan and things, and I feel like I'm here today. There's a reason for it. So.
Looking at obviously this band, the next time you put some new music out, Wayne won't be around. All the other original members aren't around, obviously. And I know you've kind of put your own stamp now on this band. But do you have a sense of kind of the direction you want to continue to go with Saliva down the road?
I just want this. I want it to evolve. That's what we wanted even for the last record. Wayne was kind of man, I'm just kind of tired of the whole just. We have to stay in one box or something and he just felt like he wanted the riffs to be a little more interesting, and wanted the songs to be more interesting and use more elements like industrial elements and other stuff. So, I mean, for me, it's all about the sky's the limit, man. With any band, just put out great songs. Keep it rock, keep it heavy, and I think your fans aren't going to stray too far, and so.
The funny thing, too, is now, and maybe not funny, but we're seeing so many different genres of music coming into the rock element that it's really opening up anybody's imagination to do something. Is that really exciting for somebody like you?
I think if you keep it honest and it doesn't look like you're chasing that genre or something, then it comes across true, and I think that you're doing it right. It's good to dabble in other elements and stuff, but some artists also go, hey man, I want to be a country guy now. They just they take that left turn. Then you kind of lose your fans when you do stuff like that because I don't know.
Give me your opinion on that a little bit, because we've seen a lot of that crossover country coming in. They're trying to glam it up as a country metal or whatever you want to call it, outlaw rock or something like that. I guess, what's your feelings on that, if you have any?
I mean, I think everybody, you're entitled to what you want to do, with your creative outlets and music. And, I don't down people for doing making those turns and doing that, but a lot of times it doesn't work when you know what I mean? You can't see Disturbed putting out a country record or something. That's just, but it works for some people. Aaron Lewis works for him, it works for some artists. And I just don't mean the country thing. I know that a lot of people are going that route because they feel like there's a lot of money in it to be made, and, you can, expand your fan base, but I also think it has to make sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, it's funny because I sat last year over at Rockfest and talked to Ronnie Radke about this kind of very thing, and the one thing he said is that, and I think I even brought this up to you too, is that the attention span of today's listener is very short, so you kind of have to hit them right away with something, and then all of a sudden it's gone right away.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that I feel like is always trying to what's next, evolve, because his band, when they started, they were kind of like a pop punk band, really, and now they're they sound like they have so many different styles, right. But it works for them, and it works for him. Clearly it's working, so.
One thing about Saliva, though, they've always kind of been true to their roots. I know, obviously, you've changed up a few things just because you've got your own feel to it, and you've made it your own Saliva now. But I think when a fan comes out, they still get that feel for what it was back when Josie had it to what you had it now.
Right. And I think that, you that's when you put, a few decades on something, on a brand, you have a singer, get replaced. You're going to have that. Roth, Hagar, it's kind of the same thing. Really, or AC/DC even in a way, but you're just someone's going to have their own, I never intended to be him, or I was never trying to be. I knew what I was capable of, and I knew that I just wanted to write great songs and just keep the wheels on the track, with these guys that still wanted to play music and still wanted to do it, Awesome. And then here we are in Minnesota, and
rocking out,
ready for LakesJam.
Yeah. All right, I know we got to get going, but obviously you said maybe a repackaged, re-release of Revelations. Anything else in the future coming up that we might get a sneak preview about right now that you can let us know about?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. We I just did a new deal, and we're putting out that. We're going to repackage that. That's kind of part of it, and we're going to do we got a fall tour that we haven't announced yet, but we're going to probably announce that soon.
Okay. So. You can't slip up and tell me?
They're still working on it, but yeah.
I always like to try. Right. Bobby, as always, it's a lot of fun to see you. I'm looking forward to watching you on stage, and we'll give you a proper introduction before you come out. Sound good?
Man. Yeah, sounds good, dude. Appreciate you.
Once again, that is Bobby Amaru. That's Saliva. This is Jay-Z backstage at LakesJam on 94 Rocks.